So this is going to be a reading for cross watchers for Sagittarius. I'm not home, so I'm doing this from a hotel room. So hopefully you know all the good things. Welcome to Cexxi Tarot. This is your edition of Cexxi Tarot's Cross Watchers Dream. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you would like to be notified if I go live. As a friendly reminder, we all have male and female energies within us. Although you see genders on the cards, keep in mind their energies. Cross watcher, as I'm progressing through the reading, if you find the energy resonates more with the Sagittarius, feel free to swap the energies. Energies are fluid. Cross watcher, as I'm progressing through the reading, if you find the reading does not resonate with you at all, then this is not your cross watcher's dream. If you are here cross watching for a Sagittarius, you are in the right place. You are in the right place. You already saw the bottom card, but on the crack, you have the Lovers and the Hermit. Some of you are Geminis. So the Sagittarius, it looks like it's taking this time to be alone. They're making a decision to isolate from themselves from their lover while they do some thinking. I hope you can see these cards. The Sagittarius is basically trying to face some truths, go within them to find out what it is they should be working on this time. Love may not be their primary focus, and if it is, you know, like I said, they're making a decision to do some inner reflection right now. One good shuffle for the Sagittarius. Spirit, what does the cross watcher need to know about the Sagittarius? What does the cross watcher need to know about the Sagittarius, Spirit? I mean, it's like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. Cross watcher, in the recent past, the Sag experienced the Ace of Cups. In the current situation, the Sag is experiencing the Fool. What's on the Sag mind when it comes to you, cross watcher? The Ten of Wands. Let me move these over. The Ten of Wands. How the Sagittarius views you. Temperance. How the Sagittarius feels about you. The Ten of Wands. I'm sorry, this is the Five of Wands. I'm sorry. How the Sag sees the two of you moving forward. The Ace of Pentacles. What's in the hidden energies that you and the Sag do not see coming? The Six of Cups. Spirit's advice to you, cross watcher, when it comes to the Sagittarius, the Knight of Pentacles. And this is the potential outcome. Cross watcher. The reason for this reading today is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. Some of your Pisces, Cancer, Scorpios energy. But the Sag is searching their emotions right now. They're searching their emotions. In the recent past, the Sag experienced the Ace of Cups. There was a new opportunity for love, a blessing here. The Sag felt emotionally fulfilled. The Sag felt like they had everything they needed. It was like you swept them away in their emotions, but they enjoyed it, because I'm looking at how that water is really, that water is really going there. Spirit, and the reason past, Sag was swept away in their emotions. This was, they value you. Can you tell me about this Ace of Cups? Tell the cross watcher, give the cross watcher a message from Sag in the recent past. I remember you. I remember you. So you and the Sag could have had a connection in the past. Or the Sag could feel like they've known you before from another lifetime. It could just be purely energetic. But the Sag remembers you. And at the bottom of the deck, the Sag says the way the two of you met was unreal. I'm recording on my iPhone, so I'm sorry that this is backwards. But for some reason right now, they want to, for some of you, you might be married, or the Sag might be married, And it's like a separation needs to occur from someone. And even if it's not a marriage, it could be either one of you or both of you are in another connection. But the Sage wants you to know that you, in the recent past, you made them feel overjoyed in their emotions and they remember you. Spirit, Sage felt like they were in love in the recent past with the cross watcher. They feel like they remember the cross watcher. Can you tell me about it? But like I said, the Sage was very uncertain. They didn't know where this connection was going. You know, they wasn't sure if it was a true romantic connection or not. And they wanted more information. They feel like a deeper understanding of the connection was required or is required. And that's in the recent past. And at the bottom of the deck, the Sage wasn't sure if you truly valued this connection or if it was one just of a sexual union. And the Sage wanted to know if there was a real opportunity here for this connection. So that's the uncertainty. The Sage wanted to know if you really valued them or if this was all about the sex for you. And they wanted to know if this connection was a true opportunity, a true pair. And that's what the uncertainty was about in the recent past for the Sagittarius. Spirit, in the recent past, the Sage was uncertain if the cross watcher valued them or if it was just a sexual connection. And please understand, the Sage could have been feeling this way about you. Yeah, because there could have been some interference, a third-party situation here. And like I said on the pre-shuffle, that it could be that either one of you or both of you are already in another connection and there's this interference. So the Sage in the recent past wasn't sure. Again, if this was just passion and that eventually it would end, and if these passions would create this obstacle. But in the recent past, there was a third party here. There was a third party. And this third party needed to be released. Somebody need to accept the fact that, you know what, there's a third party here. We have all this passion. And it's with this interference here, it's creating these obstacles. Spirit, in the recent past, there was this interference, and the Sage was uncertain if this was true love or if this was just sexual. Can you tell the cross watcher about this interference in the recent past? Yeah, somebody didn't want to let the Sage go. That's what I'm getting off of that with addictions and interference. Somebody didn't want to let the Sage go. And at the bottom of the deck, you have leave space, hands of time, and shyness. And somebody really, it's like cross watcher, I think you were very shy. And you didn't know if this connection was going to grow, if it was going to stand the test of time. But you was willing to leave space for the Sage. Because in the recent past, it's like somebody didn't want to let the Sage go. And again, this don't have to be a marriage. It could just be a another higher level commitment that the Sage had. Spirit, in the recent past, someone didn't want to let the Sage go. This could have been a third party if you are the third party. This interference was addicted to the Sage. And the Sage wasn't sure if this was love or if this was a sexual union. Can you tell the cross watcher about this? Yeah, you had a compass. So the Sage was trying to be pointed in the right direction. Trying to make a decision based off of their stability. And cross watcher, you wasn't sure if the Sagittarius was being slick or not. You wasn't sure if it was being strategic and cunning by making you wait. You felt like they was trying to heal something else because the Sage was taking a long time to make a decision with this Lily's card. So you didn't really quite trust the situation with the Sage. Spirit, in the recent past, the Sage was trying to figure out which direction they should go with the cross watcher. They were unsure if this was a connection that was seeing the test of time. Can you tell the cross watcher about this? At the bottom of the deck, you have snail space, going within, and quality time. And for you, you wanted to spend quality time with the Sage, right? You wanted to spend quality time with the Sage. You really enjoyed your time with the Sage. However, the more you thought about it and the more you went within, you felt like things was moving really slow with the Sagittarius. And that could have caused some issues for you, cross-watcher. And the reason is because the Sage felt like this connection was blocked. It was some confusion here because they had to let go of somebody else that they were no longer interested in. I'm sorry about that glare. They had to let go of somebody else they were no longer interested in. Okay? This was a connection that they were in for a while because this says 1 in a million special type of love. So that's what the Sage experienced in the recent past. Currently, the Sage is experiencing this full energy, The Sage is open to a new beginning. The Sage is like, look, no, I done finally ended it with that other person. And now they're envisioning all that could be. You know, they're curious, very curious to learn where the connection with the two of you is going to go currently. And what the Sage tells you is, wants to tell you is they look at your pictures every day. The Sage feels like they want a transformation here. Some of your Scorpios, you know, they feel like since they not got rid of, but since they closed out the other connection, that a huge breakthrough is happening. The Sage feels like they need to take a closer look because something could have been exposed about you at this point, cross watcher. Or maybe you're scrutinizing the Sagittarius because it took them so long to close out that connection. I don't know if it took them long, but you might be placing the Sage under scrutiny to see if you still want to work on this, or the Sage might be placing you under scrutiny. Spirit, currently, Sagittarius is having a breakthrough. They're taking a closer look to see if they want to work on this connection. But they are opening up to this new beginning. They are very curious. Can you tell the cross watcher about this? Felt this just stabbed me in my hand. At the bottom of the deck, cross watcher. So you want this with the Sage too, but you want to let it flow. You don't want to force it. You have a lot of passion with the Sage. At this point, the two of you have been intimate. Some of you are Aquarius, and you feel like this is your dream come true. But with the Sage is also thinking of you. And currently, they want to make a love offer. They're thinking of this love offer you made towards them. And the breakthrough is that these bad vibes are clearing up. What's on the Sage's mind, cross watching, when it comes to you? Is this 5 of Wands, the 5 of Wands. This is obstacles and challenges being left behind here. As you can see, I think this is the other person that the Sage is leaving to be with you. Because this female energy is cloaked in a blue dress. If that's not a dress, that's a coat. So she's now speaking her truth, okay? She's now speaking her truth. And notice that this suitcase is red with this gold heart, like this locket of love. And what she's speaking her truth about is love don't live here anymore. She packed up all her love, okay? And she's taking it away from this person who wants to, he has on a black shirt. So he wants to protect and secure the connection. But she not trying to hear that. She got her happiness in the car, okay? She got the rest of her truth in the car. She got any passion that she used to have. She got some more truth in the car. And the fact that the car is red and the trunk is open, like, she is still, this person could still be removing items that belong to them, or just removing their energy because somebody just really don't want to let them go. And this is what's on the Sage's mind when it comes to you. Not that they're leaving you behind, but they're doing this in hopes of having a brighter future with you, because the current energy is the Fool, that new beginning. And right now, and the Sag knows, until they pack up all this stuff, and when I say pack up all their stuff, I mean remove their energy, whatever it is from this connection, they can't give you what you need. So this is why it's of utmost urgency for the Sage to do that, because the reason for the reading is Sage is searching their emotions. And under that is the World card, and that's like closing out a cycle. And with this Justice card, this could be a divorce or making things right, because currently as it stands, it will continue to be a third-party situation. And for Sage, love don't live here anymore for their ex-partner. Okay, so this is Sage like, all right, look, I'm ready to express my love. And this is Sage taking action. And this action that they taking is to end another connection. Okay, so that's just to give you some insight. So also what's on them Sage mind when it comes to you is it's like, they know you don't know everything that's going on. You probably could be confused or think there's some secrets. And it's like they want to release all this negativity and let go of control issues when it comes to that. Because the Sag wants to go out in public with you. They want to date. They want to be very free with you. You know, they don't want to have to hide in the shadows or creep around whoever this other person is. So that's why they want to hurry up and close this cycle out. Spirit, I was going to ask, why is that on the Sage's mind? But the card's already talking. And cross watcher, sometimes you felt like the Sage was ignoring you on purpose. You felt like they was being sneaky because you would try to reach out to them, and the Sage would possibly respond. But what the Sage is thinking about is, you know, if you brought this up to the Sage, they thought about that, like, yo, you might have some trust issues, some insecurities. And you could apologize for that, because I think the Sage might have talked to you about it, because that will make the Sage shut down. I'm going to tell you right now, the Sage does not want any trust issues or insecurities. The Sage wants to be able to have a free-flowing connection. Now, how the Sage views you is temperance. Temperance. The Sage view, this is Sagittarius, by the way. The Sage views you as being very patient, compromise and negotiate, and willing to negotiate. Some of you may have children, or the Sage has children, but they view you as being patient. Y'all don't have to have children, but I'm just saying, if you do, they view you as being patient. The Sage views you as, you know, wanting to take it slow, see where it goes. And what the Sage want to tell you is they energetically communicate with you. So you and the Sage already have like a special bond, and the Sage view you as their friend. They view you as their friend, like this is a meaningful connection to them. And the Sage is wondering if, you know, the two of you, you know, in time, they view you as somebody that they could possibly have a happily ever after with, a family. Spirit, why does the Sage view the cross watcher as their friend? This is such a meaningful connection to Sage. And Sage is wondering if this could be a happily ever after. Tell the cross watcher about it. At the bottom of the deck, you have Queen, Independent Boss Babe, Autumn, and you had battle. And cross watcher, you could feel like you and the Sag are on 2 different pages. However, you know, you wanted to make some changes more so for your independence to make sure that you had what you needed, because you don't feel like you could get a Sag what they looking for right now. So you might be like, all right, this moving too fast. And this is, the Sag is confused by this because they just got out of what they consider their worst nightmare. And, you know, they could be experiencing some tears of sadness because maybe you pull back your energy, cross watcher. Cross watcher, how the Sag feels about you. Is it 10 of Wands? They feel like, you know, it's becoming a burden, an obstacle, because they trying to figure out what it is you want. Like, they feel like they thought they had it under control, and then all of a sudden things start slipping through the cracks. Or you became too busy, or they became too busy. So there's an obstacle here. And the Sags feel like they want you to know they wasn't ready for you then, but they wasn't ready for you. They were not ready for you then, but they're ready for you now. And they trying to organize these things, and they feel real confused right now with this Crossroads card. The Sags feels like, you know, you might not be listening to how they feel. They confused because maybe you still dating other people, and they don't want that. They confused, and that's a burden because you still dating other people. Spirit, the Sags feel burdened because the cross watcher is still dating other people. The Sags is trying to search their emotions. They a little hurt by this. Tell me about this for the cross watcher. The Sag is confused. Some of you are Geminis because you are Gem fell right out. At the bottom of the deck, we have turning over a new leaf, starting fresh, and rose-colored glasses. And for you, cross watcher, you might be trying to see past the illusions. You feel like the Sag could have kept some unkept promises. And it's like you want to clean the slate. You want to start over. You want to change something else, or you have an improvement in your attitude. And as I say that, the Lovers is underneath there as well. Some of you are Geminis. So you made a decision to see past the unkept promises that the Sag might have, that you have experienced with the Sag previously. So you're giving the Sag another chance. It's like the Sag wants to listen to their heart. However, the Sagittarius feels like no one compares to you. They feel like no one compares to you, and that if it's too good to be true, and they want to talk to you because they want to make sure you're not selling them illusion. How the Sag see the two of you moving forward is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. The Sag feels like there's a brand new beginning here, a brand new opportunity that the two of you can explore together. They want to hand this opportunity to you. However, they want this to be something of value. They don't want this to be a fly-by-night connection, and they're willing to take it slow. And what the Sag wants to tell you is they felt every tear you cried. They felt every tear you cried. Like, energetically, the two of you are connected. And the Sag is still a little confused when it comes to you, because the Sag feels as though that you are still dating other people with this gate is open. Because sometimes you don't respond to the Sag. They feel like you don't respond to them. You leave them lonely. And they want to know if you're loyal to them or not. Spirit, why does Sag wants to know, moving forward with a cross watcher, be loyal to them? Why does Sag? Because I know they want a valuable connection with you. At the bottom of the deck, you have transformation. You have income and abundance. and you have truth exposed, falling apart. So now that you know the truth, cross watcher, it's like you ready to transform this connection because you feel like Sage is reliable and that there could be a foundation here. Because there was something that was talked about here about why somebody was being ignored or what they were doing, okay? Because with this love card, this new daughter romance, the Sage sees y'all moving forward in this love and seeing past the illusions and uncut promises. The Sage also sees y'all as having a clean slate and starting over. Hold on, let me brighten this. I don't know if that's too bright, but what's in the head and energies that you and the Sage do not see coming is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups. This is walking down memory lane. As I previously stated, you and the Sage could have known each other for a long time. So this is walking down memory lane, reminiscing, and possibly reconciling some differences or reconciling with one another. And the head energies, the two of you and the Sage will be able to visit each other in each other's dreams. And the head energies, you know, y'all gonna plan to go out, travel, date, go on vacations together. This is what's happening in the head energies. I'm sorry about this glare, y'all. I'm not home. And this is something that someone is manifesting. It's going to be a very truthful connection. You're all going to be able to open up to one another. Spirit, and the hidden energies for Sagittarius and a cross watcher, there will be a lot of planning of vacations and dates and openness in this connection. Can you tell the cross watcher about this? I can see is y'all gonna be real addicted to one another sexually. At the bottom of the deck, you have free yourself, you have victory, and you have reaching out. And you are going to seek attention from the Sage. You're going to want to meet up with the Sage. You're going to want to be the spotlight in Sage life. You are. And when you can't get a hold of the Sage, it's like it's going to make you not nervous but anxious. Because you feel like the Sage gives you the attention you need. You feel like the Sage gives you the attention you need and lighten your load and your burdens. Y'all gonna be infatuated with one another with this lesbian card. Some of you are Capricorns. And I'm telling you, y'all both gonna speak all around, stand up for yourself. And it's like one of y'all is addicted to the other. Y'all gonna have a lot of public displays of affection, be really lovey-dovey. Spirit's advice to you, cross-watcher, when it comes to the Sage is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. Take it slow. If you want something very valuable here, if you want it to stand the test of time, you know, take your time with it. Enjoy the process of falling in love. You know, like, don't, like, see what this ain't nobody coming to see you oldest. I'm getting an air of stubbornness here. Like, Spirit, like, why not? Why won't you go see the Sage? Okay, you could take it slow, but she stopped on that bike like you're not taking action. And Spirit, like, if you want the Sage, you got to put in the work for this new love. You got to put the work in for this new love, okay? You got to actually get up and go out and do something and take the leap, okay? If you love the Sage. And that's what Spirit wants you to know. That's your advice, cross watcher. Spirit, your advice to the cross watcher is they need to participate in this connection with the Sagittarius, that they should go see them sometime, think of them sometime, reach out to the Sage. Don't wait for the Sage to reach out to them. Tell me about this. At the bottom of the deck, we have love, sick, nibbling, mice of transformation. And what you telling me is, Spirit, what you telling me is that you want to transform this connection. It does stress you out when you feel like the Sage don't appreciate your efforts and you become love sick. And when that happens, Spirit is like telling you, stop ignoring the Sage. You might need to have a conversation because it looked like you're ignoring the Sage on purpose. I'm really sorry about that, Leo. And that you should grow up. You should grow up if you want this connection to move forward. And stop acting like you okay. It's okay to tell a Sage like, hey, you know, are you ignoring me? Well, I got upset because of ABC. You just don't, you're not supposed to shut down because that's considered playing mind games. So Spirit want to call your attention to that. The potential outcome when it comes to you and the Sage is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. There's a fast-moving energy here. Something's very inconsistent. The Sage is having financial issues. However, the Sage does love you. And how befitting, because here's a Sage card with Cupid. They love you. And they're going to tell you the truth. Like, you know what? I'm having some financial issues. And right now, I'm a little unstable. So I can't give you exactly what you're looking for. Spirit. The potential outcome is the Sage telling the cross watcher that they might have a financial issue. At the bottom of the deck, you have reconciliation, falling apart, and balance. And then at this point, cross watcher, you realize it's not an equal give and take, and things aren't balanced, and that possibly you or the Sage need to contribute more. This is what can contribute to this connection falling apart, okay? So if you want to reconcile, you'll have to make sure it's equal. There's some adjustments that are required here. Otherwise, somebody gonna lose interest and then start having negative feelings towards the other one. And things will move very slow, okay? Because it seems like you and the Sage are a good match. And the potential outcome, somebody needs to be more positive, more optimistic. And focus on themselves. Focus on themselves. But to be honest with you, cross-watcher, what I'm seeing is somebody is focused on themselves, and that's the problem. They not making things equal here. Like, they're not willing to work together with the Sage, or the Sage might not be willing to work together with you. And, hold on. I want to show you this. So it's not an equal give and take. And that's what's making things fall apart here in a potential outcome. Because somebody is just focused on their own happiness. Someone here is focused on their own happiness. And that's creating an obstacle and a challenge. So let me get you some advice. Spirit, what advice do you have for the cross-watcher when dealing with the Sage? What advice do you have for the cross-watcher when dealing with the Sage? Spirit, what advice do you have for the cross-watcher? Spirit, what advice do we have for the cross-watcher when dealing with the Sage? What advice do you have for the cross-watcher when dealing with the Sage? What advice do you have for the cross? So, cross-watcher, you might be holding on to somebody else, too. I saw where the Sage was, and he let them go. But you might be doing the same thing, and you might have not told the Sage about it. Spirit, what advice do you have for the cross-watcher when dealing with Sage? Cross-watcher. Spirit is saying, pay attention to the red flags, the signs of caution. And you have to look at the bigger picture. You can't just focus on the here and now. You have to look at the bigger picture when dealing with the Sage, okay? And if you're unsure about how you should move forward, Spirit is saying meditation brings answers. Meditation brings answers. Cross-watcher, don't have any preconceived notions about what the outcome should look like or what it's going to be like. Spirit is saying keep an open mind. Keep an open mind, okay? Because your soulmate may differ from your usual type. And the reason I said you might still be holding on to something else, because you could be holding on to another person, or you could be holding on to some thought processes of how you think something should be, okay? Predicting the outcome, or looking for having a level of expectancy. And spirit like, no. Let go of control issues and release that control, okay? And once you do that, there will be a great deal of abundance in this connection, all right? Cross watcher, again, spirit is saying let go of control issues. Like you got to let go of control issues out here a couple times. And adjustments are required. It's something about the way you think. It's something about the way you think that's going to be a hindrance or an obstacle in this connection. And you need, because in this, when you start thinking like this, you start looking for, it's like you look for anything to be wrong and be like, you know what, I'm going to go look for something better. I'm going to go look for something better. But that's not good, cross watcher, because it's because of your thought process and how you think things are supposed to turn out. And any little thing that does not, I'm not going to say any little thing, but when certain things don't go your way, you start readjusting as opposed to being optimistic and letting things flow. And then all of a sudden, it's like you want to go and look for somebody else and feel like there's something better. And this is why in a potential outcome, it's like somebody keep focusing on themselves and turning their back, like giving somebody deuces, like see you later. I'm focused on myself. And that's what's creating these obstacles and challenges. It's like as soon as somebody don't want to face the truth. And so the Sagittarius is more of a freedom-loving energy. They're really easy to talk to if you're willing to talk. But if you keep trying to control everything, whether it's your thoughts, like, because look, this person is real stubborn here. Like they feel like they already know how things supposed to work out, how it's supposed to turn out. And if you want this to level up, you're going to have a little bit more patience. You're going to have to have a little bit more patience if Sag is your soulmate, okay? So, you know, it's an opportunity for new love here, but you have to stay optimistic. You have to stay optimistic and truly get to know the Sag. You have to truly get to know your Sag. And instead of becoming real bottled up and harnessing resentment, you probably should express things that you feel. And again, for some of you, y'all still holding on to somebody. Don't think they got past me either. So cross watcher, cross watcher, cross watcher. This has been your edition of Cexxi Tarot's Cross Watcher Stream. If you were here cross watching for a Sagittarius, you were in the right place. You were in the right place. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you would like to be notified the next time I go live or upload a video. Peace, cross watcher.